Thank you, thank you. Wow. Well, what have we got here then? The biggest fight of the year, the rematch. Andy Ruiz against Anthony Joshua for the unified world heavyweight titles. Who would have thought it, who would have seen it? Saudi Arabia, December the 7th, live and exclusive on DAZN across America, live and exclusive on Sky Sports box office in the UK, and of course with all our broadcasters all over the world. We want to thank a few people for making this possible. Of course, I've just mentioned the broadcasters. We want to thank Omar Khalil from Skills Challenge Entertainment. We want to thank the GSA in Saudi Arabia, Prince Khalid, who is here with us today, who would not let this fight go. You know, we were there, we were set for Cardiff. He said no. Times are changing, things are changing. This is the biggest fight in boxing. We want this fight in Saudi Arabia. And he got it. Shannon Briggs, how you doing at the back there?
Let's go, Shannon.
Thank you. Yesterday, we all experienced something quite unique. The hospitality that we received in Saudi Arabia was first class. But the event production, the logistics in Didia, which completely took my breath away. Having grown up around this sport and been involved with this sport for more than 30 years, I've realised that there is a new force in world boxing and we have to embrace that. And on December the 7th, you will witness an event that you will never forget. Major heavyweight fights of the past, where the venues took people by surprise. The Rumble in the Jungle, the Thriller in Manila. Trust me when I say this event is of the same ilk. On June the 1st, we brought a sold-out Madison Square Gardens to their feet with these two warriors. One of the fights of the year, one of the great upsets of heavyweight boxing. Perhaps this man didn't believe it was an upset. But now the whole world is watching for the rematch, and it will be truly epic. I want to bring a few people to the stage before we talk to the fighters' teams.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough night. June the 1st, Anthony losing his titles to Andy Ruiz. Don't think Andy was himself that night, but at the same time, that looks like an excuse because Andy Ruiz was fantastic on the night, and he is a very, very good fighter. We already knew that, and we know he'll be even better prepared. Him and Manny will go and work hard with his dad, and they'll be in tip-top shape for the rematch in Saudi Arabia. So Anthony knows what he's facing, and I do as well, because I took a little bit of flack as well from the loss. I've got no problem with that. I'm the head coach. I'm accountable. So I believe, and I wouldn't have said, yeah, we'll do the rematch if I didn't think Anthony could get his titles back and get the win. It's going to be a big camp for us. It's going to be a tough one, and Anthony's motivated because he knows what's in front of him, and his sole mission is to get the belts back. I think what boxing's going to gain is two nice guys who are great fighters, and I think we're going to get a great fight December 7th in Saudi, and it's going to be fantastic.
Being here today, I'd like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for having us and giving us that warm welcome that we had yesterday. It was unbelievable. Obviously, thank the city of New York. This is where we made history. We believed in ourselves, plain and simple. Styles make fights, and I believe that Andy had the style to beat Anthony Joshua. I've been following Anthony Joshua for a very long time. It was 2009 at the World Championships. I became a fan of his. He's an incredible fighter. To me, he was pound for pound the best heavyweight champion up until he lost to Andy, of course. But nonetheless, he's a great fighter. He's an incredible person, incredible individual. I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. But I work with Andy. This is my man. And, you know, we're going to have more time to prepare this second time around. We're going to do a better camp. You'll see a better, faster, slimmer, better shape, better everything, Andy Ruiz this second time around. And I will promise the fans, promise the media, the fans, and everyone that you will see a great fight that night. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's well.
say boxing, and more boxing. In my short 11-year career from the amateurs to the pros, I say I've seen a lot. I wouldn't say I've seen it all yet, but I've definitely seen a lot. There's times that I faced defeat as an amateur in my third fight. And imagine I would have stopped then. There'll be no now. I lost in the European quarterfinals. Imagine I stopped then. There'll be no now. I lost in the World Championship finals. Imagine I stopped then. There'll be no now. So I feel like stopping isn't in my DNA. To continue, and as long as I have breath in me, I'll keep on fighting for the passion of boxing. More so, to carry the sport as an ambassador of the sport, and for an ambassador of championship level fighting. I feel like that's where I belong. You know, ever since I got into boxing, I've just tried to rise to the top. Never wanted to be mediocre with it. I'm born with a fighting spirit. I know how to fight, and the blessing is that people reflect it as you lost the titles. You lost your titles. And I always say is that to lose something is to never get it back. I lost X. That means that you're never going to get it back. But I believe, and I'm certain, that I have a second chance, December 7th. We didn't have no warm-up fights. I'm not gun shy. I'm looking forward to getting back in at December 7th and reclaiming my belts. Shannon Briggs, can I get a let's go champ?
Let's go champ!
Can I get a let's go champ?
Let's go champ!
Can I get a let's go champ?
Let's go champ!
I'm talking about let's go champ. Shannon Briggs talks about the times he was down and out when nobody believed in him. I think everyone in this room has been through certain things where nobody believed in them. And nobody in this room would be here if they gave up. And that's where let's go champ comes into my life right now.
Let's go champ!
Thank you very much.
Yeah! Let's go champ!
During the first, shocked so many people, maybe not himself and his team, but ever since we've seen him on just about every network, every sports program, every news program, every entertainment program possible. We've seen and we follow with interest the Instagram, the ice on the wrists, the new mansion, the Rolls Royce. He's earned it all. He's earned it all. And on December 7th, like AJ said yesterday, the belts go in the air and the best man will win. Ladies and gentlemen, the current unified world heavyweight champion, Andy Ruiz.
Vamos campeones!
First of all, I want to thank God. Without him, this wouldn't have happened. My team, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, all my loved ones. But you know what? I'm happy to be here in New York. This is where everything happened. Where I became the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. When I made history. But I know AJ, he wants his belts back. I know he does. I know how it feels to lose. I lost against Parker when I thought I won the fight. But he could bounce back. But my job is for him not to win, for him not to get these belts. I've been through so much. I know a lot of people's been through so much stuff, but I've been through so many roller coasters in my life. So many doubters in my life have been telling me I was gonna do nothing just because of my appearance, the way I look. But at least, I think I'm a proof where people can say, man, if he did it, I could do it. That's right. And they could, as long as you train hard, you dedicate yourself, and you believe what you want to do. So what I believe in December 7th, the same results is gonna happen. I'm gonna train my ass off. God's in my side, and we're gonna win. Para México, vamos a ganar todo. Vamos a regresar estos cinturones para México. Como tengo la sangre de mexicanos y con todo mi equipo, y vamos a lograr todo. Gracias a Dios, toda la gente. Gracias.
This is more, sticker first.
Who do you think it is?